many stars shine down on me. I too am empty now. Rhythms and harmonies become cheering audiences. Particles become waves before my eyes as the lab machines buzz quietly. Our experience reshapes the world and makes this form eternal. Hello everybody, welcome back to this time really, actually, hopefully, maybe, probably the last episode of Genesis Noir. There's like 4 more levels that we have to do here. We have to complete the endless hunt to revenge the winter. We need to play the hits. And we need to inquire into relativity. I guess we're just starting with the endless hunt and see where that takes us. It's probably gonna take really long since it's called the endless hunt, but it is something that has to be done. Also, this game is in color now. I'm not really sure what happened there. It is all pretty colorful. Oh, I remember that cave. I remember this. Not really. This is the star stag. It died. We took its bones. That is Detective Devil. Time-traveling demon, very relatable actually. And this is the huntress, or the hunter. I always saw her as more of a female character, but apparently it's the hunter. A revolution begins, an endless hunger, hunting for bison. Let's begin the revolution, shall we? What is going on there? Is that a revolution like developing firearms to be more efficient? That is sheep. Feeding the sheep, getting some grains, shearing the sheep and making rugs out of them. What am I? Oh, okay, we're going all the way back. That was the revolution. What is an endless hunger? What happened here with the endless hunger? Is this how humanity learned to domesticate animals? You can like have cattle and piggies and whatnot. Oh, it's horses. That it is more or less, I guess, what I was referring to. They used the horses to hunt the bison. Some people may die, but that was a sacrifice they were willing to make. A bison hunt. How did they hunt the bison? It doesn't sound very pleasant. Kinda sounds like a bit of a traumatic experience. It's in a cave. There it jumps. Look out for the bison, there's so many of them. Oh, those bison be strong. I guess that's how the hunter, the OG hunter, died. Several times, it seems. Yeah, that is, kinda how it works. Yes, this did turn me into a demon. At least a little teeny tiny bit. Revenge in winter. Let's see what we have here. What is it that we can do for ancient Asian civilizations? A good tea. There's the assassin sneaking up. This is how the emperor got killed. Nice tea. It is I, the Grim Reaper this time. What can I do you for, sir? We have Under Winter Snows. This is nothing and revenge is found. Let's see what happens under winter snows. I do vaguely remember this. The making of the tea. Followed by the assassinating of the emperor. And then we were mending things with gold. There's actually a name for that, but I forgot it. They like training soldiers to take revenge. Ah. This doesn't look right. Yeah, I kind of thought I had to put them back together, but apparently I didn't. Is this how they take revenge? Is this what happened after we left? This does look very much like a guard. That's probably the guy who just killed the emperor, running away. Running past the guards, killing some of them, apparently a whole lot of them. He seems to be a very skilled swordsman, but it didn't really help him in the end. Sad. that's just how this goes, I guess. Now, what are you? What is your deal? That what happened before we got the tea and whatnot. Oh no, we're already here. Those are the guards, those are that guy, that's the hut. Oh, I guess that's his funeral. The neglected tomb keeps breaking down until they renewed it. Now everything's cool. He can rest in peace now, I guess. Who's that sitting on top of his grave? That's also kinda... They mended it with something purple. That is cute. Okay, that's the samurai story completed. I like these little flashbacks. Those are really cool. Playing the hits. Let's have one last jam session with our jammy friend. I have no idea what his name was, but he was playing the bass. He was a bassist kinda guy. Hello, hello, those are the guys that killed him, I'm afraid. That was certainly a thing that happened, but we did have a lot of fun together. Me and Mr. Bassist. Probably the only one, like he and the science lady are the only one who know my true form, it seems. All played out, a new tempo, just the hits. Let's see just the hits first, I guess. Let's see them hits. You play something for me? No. Still the mafia guys, I guess. I wonder why they were after him. That would be very interesting to know. Why is this crawling so slow now? Hello, mafia guy. He's playing for you, don't you even worry. He's playing the greatest hits. And that's how he got hit. That certainly was a hit right there. Definitely connected. Is that how he got all played out? Is that how that happens? How do you even play all out? Mafia guys again. It seems like they just liked hanging out where he was playing. Ah, is that his sheet music sheets? One of those? Oh, I guess they didn't like that he was playing there. So they forced him to destroy all his sheet music. Then he was kind of out of the job. That's how he got all played out. And then when he still kept playing, they were coming for him. Because they didn't like him playing there. For whatever reason. Maybe we'll find out the reason now. Oh no. And that is just how he got shot. He got shot with a bullet. From some sort of weapon. I would have never guessed. But yeah, that probably was the day the music died. It seems like at least it didn't go down without a fight. Or did they like get him to kill somebody for them? And then when he wanted to snitch, they kinda had to, you know. Very interesting story. Very sad story, most of all. He just wanted to play his music. Live and in color. And then we have one last door here. Inquiry into relativity. I'm guessing that is gonna be Dr. Professor, Sir, Ma'am. I did really like her. Hi. Ah. It is very sci-fi what's going on here. Which is totally understandable. We did meet her on Mars. It's the Hadron Collider again. And it is I. Hello. Very good to see you again, miss. Right, we have nothing here. An impromptu experiment. Relatively large problems. Well, I guess we're gonna start at the beginning, as we actually never did. What do we have here? Okay, so this is what happens after we left. Which is basically just everybody getting sucked into a black hole, I guess. Yes, there it is. Tearing away on the planet, giving her spaghetti arms, as a black hole apparently does. It does spaghettify things. An impromptu experiment. Was that inside the black hole? Did she experiment inside the black hole? With her long-ass arms? Oh no, that was apparently right when it happened. Went inside the collider. Why ever one would do that? Tried to save herself into infinity. Ah. Does that mean she did it? Did she travel through time? Because this looks like the time of the hunter. And what is that large problem, I wonder? Is this still Mr. Detective creating a black hole? Yes. So many notes, so much information, so many theories on black holes, but nothing that can really effectively save you. Must be hard being a scientist in those times. But it do be like that sometimes. Okay, so we now know about the consequences of our actions. Why though? Ah. Interesting. How did that happen? Let me zoom out a bit, maybe we'll find out. Oh, this is all my past now. Going further. Is that Golden Boy? Oh yeah, Golden Boy destroyed my watch. You know, we're not so different, you and I. Ah. Apparently he didn't really feel like being Golden Boy anymore. Oh, that's how we found out. Wait, what? Now I'm confused. Wait. Where do I... Okay. So Miss Mars also paid us a visit in the clock tower. Did the detective get the watch from her, cause Golden Boy wasn't wearing it anymore? Seems like she wasn't really a huge fan of Golden Boy at the end. Ah. Oh well then. So what exactly happened there? Ah. Okay. Is that white figure like, whatchamacallit? Detective's empathy? For all the people he met.
You don't have to save anyone.
Good. That's good. I don't want to save anyone. Ah. Okay. Did I do it? Did I save at least myself? Would be cool if I would have saved myself. Free will. I saw the end. Yes, it was on my own accord. Bubble theory states that there is a multiverse beyond our universe. A highly energized territory called the inflatten field. There, any infinite number of universes expand out of nothingness. Each one of these universes is unique, from the cosmological constant to the masses of fundamental particles. As of yet, there is no way of understanding these strange worlds, but imagination embodies the dark unknown in myth. Imagination embodies the dark unknown in myth as I lay prostrate under the night sky. Flashes of color illuminated my mind as the mushroom reaches my rumbling stomach and I sit straight as an arrow. The many stars shine down on me, and in them I see ancestors naked and gaunt. They dance in front of a great fire. They become ash. They become the stag and the bison. They bubble into roiling water and mist like demons. The subtle grandeur of the sky overwhelms, but the ancestral spirit's presence calms me, and out of this unknowable haze, a world emerges, wrapped in familiar forms. Out of this unknowable haze, a world emerges, wrapped in familiar forms. Meditation purges the mind of grief, of anxiety, of indecision, and in their place, I find an empty cup in my hand. I too am empty now. The water boils and I watch. Each bubble glistens brightly for a moment. Then it is gone. Memories flit through my mind, but then they are gone. Steam spouts from the kettle as it sings eternally. My serenity slips and thoughts of death return. I breathe intently once more as the eternal demon is reborn and my mind transforms the wisps of preternatural smoke into bodies and steel and stone. My mind transforms the wisps of preternatural smoke into bodies of steel and concrete. Rhythms and harmonies become cheering audiences, drunk and lusty. My instrument pulls the crowd out of the night and makes them real. It pulls musicians to me too. Brothers, dames, has-beens and somebodies. I get drunk on whiskey. I bubble and dance with the crowd. Circles intersect for a few moments, and strangers inspire songs in me to rule the radio waves. I experiment with melody, but notes collide unpleasantly. The song eludes me, but the beat, brother, fills my heart with a rhythmic experience that reshapes the world and makes this form eternal. My experience reshapes the world and makes this form eternal. Particles become waves before my eyes as the lab machines buzz quietly. I throw the particles at each other, and they shatter into a constellation of fragments. I analyze the results and discover unending expansions. I hypothesize its origins. An inflation field. I visualize this multiverse as a fractal of intersecting bubbles, and my mind reels. The disparate particles collapse into one unified form, radiant and dangerous, before becoming lost in the field. The data draws me in like a siren song. In my daze, a time traveler embraces me. I'm comforted and comprehend the multiverse. I give it a name. Our imagination embodies the dark unknown in myth. Out of this unknowable haze, a world emerges wrapped in familiar forms. Our mind transforms the wisps of preternatural smoke into bodies and steel and concrete. Our experience reshapes the world and makes this form eternal. We give it a name. We call it the constant. Well then, I guess I couldn't save her. I couldn't save everyone. Or at least one. Is that Miss Mars particles? Okay. What am I looking at? Why does that person have my watch? I would like to have that back, please. Okay. Is that the rebirth with Miss Mars. Oh, some bonus hands. Nice. What's going on here? Am I you now? Okay. Exodia? Exodus. Okay. So did I fuck up? Or did I not? I am confused. What is happening now? You good? Good, Mr. Professor? I mean, Mr. Detective? What's this again? Sure. I wonder why the jacket is colored now. Not sure if that should be a thing. Also changing color. That's very interesting. Okay then, hello. Very good to see you, Miss Mars. Aren't we gonna have fun tonight?
Save anyone.
Not even myself. Why am I in colors now? This is weird. Am I creating a parallel universe where the detective doesn't, and one where he does? Yeah, I mean, I would, but that means that the loop never ends. I'm afraid I gotta put an end to this. Just to be really sure, the surest of sures. Gotta be a scholar and a gentleman about this. I'm sorry, Miss Mars. No man is alone. And I guess that is it. I guess we just finished Genesis Noir. It was quite the story. It was a story of love, heartbreak, and loneliness. Most of all, it was a story about space and time. It was so many things, Genesis Noir. What it certainly was boring. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of stuff to be seen. A lot of adventures to be had. A universe to create. Plants to grow, people to meet. It was a game by Feral Cat then. Nonetheless, seems like those guys do make pretty good video games. At least this game was really good. I don't know about any other games they made. Guess I don't need that watch anymore, since it wasn't really mine to begin with. Thank you still, Miss Mars, for giving that to me. I very highly appreciate it. Fellow traveler, thank you for publishing this game. It was my pleasure for playing it. I'm finally gonna go to the hopper and have myself a meal. Or am I still broke? Can I still not afford to eat? Am I that kind of detective? I'm also wondering why the police was looking for the detective in the beginning of the game. You would have called this place the Constant. Would have? I sit alone. My cheap coffee cools as I voice each of the many names you would have had. Knowing you would look at me with pride, I feel myself torn. My body, the steel of this counter, the concrete of the pavement, it all dissolves back into wisps of preternatural smoke as you fade from memory. I have no plan, and I take another sip. Imagination embodies the dark unknown in myth, and that is all that you are. A dark unknown in myth. This game really knows me. This game definitely speaks to me. Oh, is Mr. Detective getting his shit together? Is he cleaning out his office? While he's sitting at the hopper, that's quite the skill. Having a cup of coffee, grow cold, at a diner while cleaning your office at the same time. Would be way easier with an office diner, I guess. Creative lead, Evan Anthony. Thanks, Evan. Can you tell me why the police was after the detective? I don't think I figured that part out. Technical lead, Jeremy Abel. Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks for being very technical and all, but why was the police there? Music and sound by Tom Carroll and Vincent Oliver. You did some really good sound, Tom and Vincent. Thank you for making music. I'm a fan. Still doesn't really answer the question why the police is looking for Mr. Detective Sir. But yeah, game was really good. Took a lot of unexpected turns. It was very science-y and also very emotional, which was weird. The emotional part was really weird. It was like color all of a sudden, and I'm not sure where the color came from. I'm also still not sure who that white figure was that showed up all of a sudden. So there's still some questions to be answered, I guess, that are impossible to answer. Which is also a thing I really like about games and movies, media in general, I think. I don't like it when they answer all the questions for you. You know, you can just make your own story about the story, which is really neat. So yeah, I guess that was it. I guess there's just the credits rolling now, and I'm not as good as an entertainer to talk through all the credits. So I guess I will just thank you all for being here. I am, as always, your most humble mayor of Awesomeville, Flo MacAwesome, and I do hope to see you return, or whatever the next thing is that I do. Thank you so much for watching Genesis Noir. I certainly do hope you watched all the episodes, because there's a lot of episodes of Genesis Noir. And I do hope you enjoyed it. And I also hope you enjoy whatever else I'm producing, and whatever else you're doing without me. Please don't do things without me. But yeah, thank you all for being here. I certainly do hope you enjoyed, and have a good rest of your day, or night, or morning, whenever you're gonna watch this, I guess. And thank you so much for being here. I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye. This is very wobbly to navigate. A highly energized territory called the Infleton Field. A disparate a highly energized territory. Bubble theory states that there is a multiverse. God damn it!